Now again, I'm not here to kill zombies. I'm here to build a food collector. This is Tim with Digital Survival. Thanks for joining me today for my 7 days version 1.0 getting started guide. This guide is going to help you get food, water, and transportation quickly in the early game so you can focus on what you really want to do, which is probably kill zombies. Got to be well fed to kill them, and you got to be able to get to where they are. If you enjoy the video, please drop a like. Let's get started. So we'll start out making something close to my standard character. We're not going to spend a lot of time in the character creator. You can mess around with that more on your own. But I am going to do what I've found I like. They finally got us some brighter colors in here, which I like. With my standard purple. So we're going to start on a pre-gen 6x6. Just going to do all this mostly standard stuff. We're going to drop it to Nomad. One of the reasons I want to keep it in the lower ranges right now is some of the higher ranges change how much you harvest from trees and mines and stuff like that. And I don't want to worry about that at the outset. And this is going to be a good first day. This may turn into a good few days, hopefully. One of the nice things about 1.0 is you can tell when you're ready to spawn because there's a long load time, so you can walk away, come back, and spawn when you're ready. So the first thing we're going to do here, once we wipe the sweat off our brow, is go into the challenge menu and redeem this first challenge, which has a 100 XP reward and opens up the rest of the challenges. We're going to burn through these really quickly because, I mean, they are part of the beginning of the game, but they also are pretty standard. There's no special tactics involved in this. Just go get your stuff. You need wood, which they tell you to get from breaking these. You need stones, which are highlighted now. And you need fiber, which, you know, you need fiber for a lot of things. And you want wooden fiber for your first armor outfit. It's going to have you make just the body piece. There's only 4 clothing/armor slots at all in one. There's the main outfit, and then there's feet, head, hands, and that's it. So arms, legs, chest all been combined into a single piece. And it's kind of fun that it takes the same amount of materials to make arms, legs, chest as it does to make a hat or a pair of gloves. But, you know, it's a game. So we're going to just have fun with it. Now you've got a lot of the standard crafting from the original tutorial. Just going to do the axe. And then go whack a tree. And I'm going to cut this all the way down because I don't like leaving trees half damaged. And there was a rock right here. Whack a rock. Now you can, one of the fun things is if you find a rock on the ground that you could pick up, if you pick it up it doesn't count, but if you hit it with the axe and get it that way it does. So that's it. Like picking up just by hand doesn't count. Oh, gotta get that. And we're going to get those 2 stumps in just a second here. I'm going to get a few extra stone because I know I'm going to need it for a fire and for arrows for sure. Alright, I will leave that only partly done. Okay, just a minute, I got to do this. One of the things about early game is you want to chop every stump you can because this gives you honey sometimes. And honey is your first antibiotic that'll allow you to overcome a zombie infection, which is important. All right, let's keep crafting. We're going to actually type primitive here so we can craft not just the outfit, but the gloves, the hood. Thanks for changing the order on me while I'm in the middle of working on this. The shoes, and we might as well just get the bow because we're going to need that. All right, we need to wear this. Hit W and it wears it up. This is what it looks like. The thing about the outfit that I like the most is there's no noise increase on here. We've got a little bit of armor, no stamina penalty, no mobility penalty, no noise increase. All right, so this is going to help you a little bit, but not a ton. Let's look at the club, which we have enough wood for. We've got plenty of wood. And we need some arrows, and I have materials to make 5, so we'll make 5 arrows. And I'm going to scrap the club because I'm never going to use it. And this will give me 2 progress towards a different quest farther down the line. Now, I've done all of the things they asked me to do. Just hit W. It'll automatically advance to the next one. So www. W, and that is required to unlock all the rest of this. Now you see that in recycling, thank you, I don't care. In recycling, we've already got 2 out of 5 items scrapped. That was the note I got and the club that I made. In advanced survival, I've already gathered 112 wood, so those things already counted. Now, one of the things you're going to find is that some of these challenges, and they've been working on getting this better, which is nice. But like harvest polymers, that one, a bunch of the things you could harvest polymers from didn't give you credit towards the challenge. And so they've been improving that, and I appreciate that. I'm going to grab some stone along the way because I can always use more arrows. And of course, I'm going to stop at every stump and chop it open. And I got honey that time. Awesome. Now, one of the things you'll notice if you watch my channel very much is I love picking flowers. We're going to get into that in a minute, but I don't want to start picking them until I've got living off the land a little bit higher than 0. Oh, that reminds me. Now that we do have 4 skill points, which we get for completing the first set of challenges, we're going to pick our 4 opening skills. And some people like to focus early on. I'm actually going to go pretty general because I've got a specific end game in mind. And that is, I want to be able to feed myself, and I want to be able to move around easily. And so getting living off the land and cooking gives me seed books and cooking books. And then salvaging and advanced engineering is going to help me work my way towards a bicycle, which is going to help me move around a lot quicker than I would otherwise. And with 1 living off the land, now I can hit this and get 2 cotton instead of just 1. And I'm grabbing cotton specifically and not the other flowers because I need it to make duct tape, which I need to make the dew collector. Duct tape is actually one of the hardest things of the dew collector. Polymer is its work because you need to get 100 of it, but that's just a matter of time. Getting duct tape requires cloth and glue, or actually scavenging the duct tape yourself. If you can't find glue and duct tape directly, you have to make glue, which requires water. And water, of course, is one of the harder things to find. Once you get the dew collector up and going, 2 or 3 or 4 of them, I'm going to actually aim for 6 total. Once you get that up and going and have a really solid water supply, then the biggest limiter on getting duct tape, which is still important, is cloth. And cloth is actually not very abundant in this world. But if you pick cotton, you can turn it into cloth. I don't want to turn more into cloth than I have to because cotton actually sells pretty well too. So I'm not going to turn it into cloth until I know that I need to. And once I find a place where I can scavenge a bunch of cloth, I'll do that instead. Also want to scavenge every nest I can find because my first real good food is going to be bacon and eggs. And the only way to get eggs is to find them lying on the ground. All right, before I do anything else, I'm going to check some broken down things to see if I can find some Forge Ahead books. Nice. Now I know how to make a dew collector. Had to find that book before I could even make a dew collector. Hey, there's somebody outside the fence. I'm going to check here. Oh. Usually there's something in there. Alright, we got the food pile at least. Water and sham chowder? Holy moly. That's a really lucky find right there. That's not what you're normally going to find there. A little random number niceness there. Yeah, there's a cement mixer back here. Possible Forge Ahead book. Thank you. Love it. So you may be asking yourself, or maybe asking me through the screen without me being able to hear it, Tim, what are you trying to do here? So the first thing is the dew collector, but the second thing is the forge, and the third thing is a bicycle. And so we've already got a little bit of progress towards each of those things. Now, the reason I got, oh, nice, 2 vehicle books. The reason I got scavenging is because getting to the bicycle requires mechanical parts.
Everything's... You think you're pretty smart now, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Here's your pay,
Thank
Einstein.
you. All right, so when you finish this, the only thing you can do is buried
Look
supplies.
who's tired. Can't say I'm not surprised.
That's an easy mission. You know what? I gotta ask him a couple quick questions before we
Take a
go.
look, but don't expect me to hold your hand.
No
through it.
wrench. Okay, wrenches are a big thing. And I'm gonna want Southern Farming, 3 vehicle adventures. I definitely want those. So I've got my buried supplies thing, which I'm not really in a hurry to do because I've got other things I want to work on, but we will work our way over there. So the next thing is the dew collector and establishing a base. All right, so I'm going to set up base on the north side of Rex thing, but I'm not going to go over there until I thought I saw a tire. I thought that was rock was a tire. Part of the big reason to establish a base, honestly, is just to have a place to put stuff. Now I'm going to loot every car. I already got 3 seeds. Here's a tire. This, I wonder if they changed this, because tires didn't do it before. But I think that, yep, that counted. So that tire counted towards my scrap polymer collection, which is great. So once I set up my base box, we're going to do a little bit of running around. I'll talk about that then. But I'm going to go set that up. I'm going to need a little bit of wood for that. So just a minute. Oh, there's a zombie there. There's a zombie there. Not a big fan of zombies. Some people like to kill every zombie they see. Normally, I am that way, but I did something called a Nose Kills Challenge recently, and it helped me realize that killing zombies takes a lot of time, and it doesn't give you a lot of reward. I mean, sure, a little bit of experience, but I can get experience doing a whole bunch of different things. So, I run off and try and get far enough away that they lose track of me, and I don't have to worry about them anymore. Oh, you saw me, huh? Wow, that was a weird noise. Alright, let's get out here a little ways. See if I can drag her far enough away from where I want to put my base. While I'm out here, I can make flame block and some frame shapes. There's a guy under that tree. She's going to wander the last direction she saw me, so I'm going to head south, then back east. And I'm already burdened because I pick up everything. All right, with the claim block out, we can see the... Oh, gall. I didn't notice those guys there. We can see the red line. We want to make sure that's... Well, we can't place until it's out. This gives me a spot close to the trader. Sometimes you just gotta hit somebody in the head. Alright, now let's get these onto our bar. We're gonna need... Alright, so the new name for the nameable things is crates, and you don't need nails to make them anymore. I have a system I like that uses 3 crates. So we're gonna build that and hope this guy doesn't notice us while we work. He noticed. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Man. I don't have any arrows. An annoying use of my time. Okay, while we're placing these, we're going to also make a door, because that is one of the challenges, is to make and place a door. And that'll give us a lot of what we need. Alright, so we've got the boxes. And they go here, here, and here. So now I have some place to put a few things. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of the things that I don't need to carry with me the whole time. Wow, just so many troublemakers in this neighborhood. So I got rid of some of the things in my inventory I didn't need, and I'm out here getting the stuff I need for a dew collector. I know how to make one. All I need is the stuff, and I can track that if I want, which I will this time, by going in here and clicking A on the PC. So I need 4 duct tape, 4 metal pipe, short pipe, and 100 polymer. And of course the duct tape can be made by cloth. Let's just check that. So I'm checking the recipe for duct tape, and still 7. So that's down from 10 in the pre-release stuff. And that's consistent with the last couple of betas, which is great. Getting that polymer up. And just running around town, staying on the roads, I should be able to get all the things I need relatively quickly. While I'm here, I have stone too. I do. So one of the achievements I'm going to need to do a little bit later is upgrade a thing to cobblestone. So now that I have enough stuff to do that, I'm just going to start making it. If I scavenge some later, that's great. And with something like this, there's probably a zombie nearby that's going to wake up and get hostile. So if you don't see one on your side, great. More cloth, more polymer. Those are the things I really need. Of course, I'm checking every mailbox. Nice. That's great. We're actually 1 away from being able to build the workbench. Oh, sorry, not the workbench, the forge. Okay. We're 1 away from being able to build the forge, which is necessary for, unless you're lucky scavenging, which is necessary to get the parts you need for the bike. A little worried about a dog over. You know what? I'm not going there. Dogs are awful at this stage of the game. Is this a trader? Bill Gears Plaza. No. Oh, one of the challenges is to drink crappy water. This one. So you can do that just right. Whenever you see some water, just drink it. Take 5 damage. Get a chance at the runs. Oh, doghouse. Nope, not going in there. Camp chairs are nice. You can scrap those and get some metal out of them. And that's a handy thing to have. You're going to need that. Okay. All right, good stuff. Now again, I'm not here to kill zombies. I'm here to build a dew collector and get other things going along the way. All right, I already got a seeds book. All right, now this is my first piece of roadkill, but you want to collect all that as well. That only gave me 3 bones. I need 2 more to make a bone knife. Sometimes you'll get 5 out of that, but not this time. I'm collecting a lot of garbage along the way. Alright, I don't think I've seen any glue yet. No, no glue. That's a little disappointing. Oh, cooler. It's not a container, so there'll never be anything in here. So I can break this down, get some polymer out of that. Got 5. I got potatoes right here. Okay, I am going to grab these now, so I don't forget that they're here. And I'm getting 2 potatoes per pickup, which is great. That's a start. More later. And actually, in an emergency early on, raw eggs are a good source of food. Better than a lot of things you can find, which is kind of funny. Okay, so harvest polymer is complete. We're going to redeem a couple of things, get a little experience. This isn't a bunch, but it's going to be worth it. Read a magazine, visit wrecked. Spend a skill point, drink crappy water, place a claim block. Oh, bedroll, need to do that. Building block, place. Storage container, done that. Oh, golly. He's been following me for a little while. Alright, getting along, getting along. I'm going to repair this while I'm thinking about it. Doesn't go bad in the middle of harvesting something. And keep going. You see I got a little parade going, but stopping and killing those guys takes time, and I've got other priorities. Flashlight and headlight. Headlights are good for selling. Time to get this. I don't, you know what? I really want this vehicle. Alright, so I had to kill 5 zombies for one of the challenges. I really wasn't in a hurry to do that one, and he just saw me. Fantastic. I think the guy to my left saw me too. Gotta get those books though. Alright, let's mosey slowly out of here. So we're at 5 p.m. already. We have most of the polymers, none of the pipe. I'm a little bit surprised and disappointed by that. None of the pipe I need yet. None of the duct tape. One of the other things we're looking for as we loot cars is a wrench. We really need a wrench down the line to get mechanical parts effectively. Just everywhere. And at some point we'll either have to build one or loot one. Alright, where am I in town right now? Down here. That's where the trader is. I'm running low on time here. So I am going to go west, out here, and then up into the neighborhood. And we'll just see if I can find anything useful along the way. Alright, now we can make a knife. We're really blowing up our inventory here. Alright, we have enough polymer, which I thought was going to be the hardest thing. But we're still missing the pipe and the duct tape, and I don't think we have anything on the duct tape right now. Only even a few bones. And before we can even do glue, we've got to have a cook fire and a cooking pot, which I don't have either of those yet either. That's the other reason to get the forge early on, is so that you don't have to scavenge for a cooking pot and a grill. You just make one. They're actually not that expensive in terms of metal cost. Alright, I was hoping there'd be a workbench in here. There's not. And you're like, Tim, why do you keep gathering polymer? Well, because I don't just want one. Don't just want one new collector. I want 6. Anything to loot here? Nice. 2 Forge Ahead books. And make the forge now. That is awesome. I'm really surprised I haven't found any pipes yet. There's gotta be somebody in here, doesn't there? Yeah, of course. Can I get this without him being disturbed? Nope. Oh, yeah. I thought he woke up. What don't I need? What do I need least? Paper. Oh, golly. Yeah, he's right there. I already came by this. Got to cross a river to get back to the trader. Oh, it's not a river. It's a little piece of water. Alright, let's straight this way. Maybe find something else. Running out of time. Oh, I can't pick up any of that. Can I scrap the flashlight? Oh, I'm gonna eat that. And that. Good. Another doghouse. Can't tell you how much I hate dogs at the beginning of the game. They don't get much better later on in the game either. It's not like they suddenly become friendly. Now, real life, love dogs. Just all these zombie dogs I don't like. Oh. I don't want to talk to you. My inventory is completely full, which is always a good time to head back to base and unload some stuff. Do a little bit of building, a little bit of harvesting, and try again tomorrow. Alright, done a little organization. It isn't quite dark yet, so I'm going to grab a couple more resources just from nearby. Oh, and I am going to turn on a claim block. I want to see where the exact border is, because I'm going to build a wall right on that border. I want to check what it takes to make a forge. I generally remember, but there's a possibility of change. Alright, so this also takes duct tape and pipe, 3 of each, leather, which I need to kill stuff to get, and cobble and a wooden log, both of which are super easy. If that was a thing. So let's take a look at what we've got going on. A little bit of noise in the background. If we're going to challenges, we need to place a midroll. Let's do that. Right there for now. And that, upgraded, place the door, that's storage, upgrade the cobble. So we just need to place a torch and place some spikes. Let's see if we can place a couple of spikes. Alright, didn't have to worry about that, but you play what the game gives you. Alright, so where were we? Place the spikes, and the last thing we need to do is place a torch. Then we just pick it right back up again, and we've got the first homesteading challenge complete. Now that this is done, get the reward for it, I need to go back to the trader, and he will be the one that gives me the reward. The next one we're looking at is kill some animals, which we got. The snake was one. Need one more meat, and these are things we can do. Place a campfire, craft some charred meat, eat some charred meat, neither of which are fun. And then we're getting the dew collector and the farm plot. You know what we need for the dew collector. Where are we at on the farm plot? Do I have enough nitrate? I do not. Alright, so that'll be something we work on a little bit more tomorrow, but we are going to craft a fire. Fire with an eye. It just goes right here. I need that meat. I'm not a big fan of burned meat, but I do want the reward that comes for eating it, so I'm gonna cook up 2 of them and get that. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make the log that I need. I'm gonna have to go get some more stone. Cobble. Usually you get a fair amount of stone just looting as you go around. I haven't gotten that this time. For whatever reason. I don't even need this food yet. And there's really not a hurry on eating it since I can't collect the quest reward until I've placed the dew collector in the farm plot, so I'll keep it with me and eat it later. Scrap 5 things, which is good. Working on the forge, then we'll do iron. This one's a long one. Workbench isn't so bad, but the cement mixer takes a bunch of forge ahead books. And then the chemistry station takes a bunch more. Where are we at on this one? Rotting flesh. We'll get that just running around town. We do need to get some leather, and more meat is always good. So I'm gonna just look around a little, see if I see any deer. Because deer are out more at night and give twice as much meat as a chicken or a rabbit. And I need to be picking up every single rock I find right now. I'm using them all on arrows. Oh, zombie. I'm not even sneaking. It's crazy. I do need to pick up more garbage because that has a chance for pipes and glue and cloth. All of which I need. Come on, deer. Where are you? Yeah, those new rocks. Light brown ones look more like animals than the black ones did. Oh. Alright, the snake lost me. He heard me chopping but couldn't figure out where I went. Just a little bit of drop. Got him. Gives me another challenge. And more meat. And leather. Good morning. This is Tim with Digital Survival. Thanks for joining me today for day 1 of my 7 days getting started guide. We went over challenges, we gathered resources, we got food and water starting, but not quite there yet. Tomorrow we should be able to make some really good progress on that. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and or share. It helps me keep doing this thing that I love. Thanks, and see you soon.